Huge, gigantic, titanic 5XLT news for the Crimson Tide over the past 24 hours. All I can say is, and then there was 6. Roll Tide, roll. Roll Tide, Alabama fans. Welcome to Tide Sports, the Alabama Football Americast and the People's Crimson Tide Network. Thank you for joining me today on whichever virtual space you chose with your thumb. Thank you for thumbing on over here to the Tide Sports. I hope you had a great day. Please share a pound with me when you come in and drop that pound right on the subscribe button as you settle in. And if I successfully stimulate the happy juice in your gray matter and make your funny bone jiggle, let me know by poking that like button right in the eye. Right on in the eye. Oh, what a day it's been. Let the algorithm know what we're doing over here at Tide Sports as we attempt to give you the latest and greatest in Crimson Tide Sports. The baseball team got washed out of the World Series, College World Series. We got a couple of, got a bronze medal at the track and field, but don't nobody care about that today. Don't nobody care about that today. Because I am here to let you know that the Crimson Tide signed another monster. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Another Crimson Crusher has signed up to play with the Crimson Tide. I mean, Kevin the boy, they must have a pipeline to about 155 households right now. It was announced earlier today. I think it was released last night. I'll just say in the last 24 to 12 hours. It's a Samuel Uto, because it's Samuel with a U on it. He's primarily a left tackle out of Orange, Lutheran, California. 6'6", 305. Kind of reminds me of myself. He's a 4-star rated tackle, a top 200 prospect. He is going to come over from California and push people in the face for maybe Keelan Russell, next fall, 2026. And we are pleased to have him on board. I tell you, they say Kapovich, Coach Kapovich, offensive line coach, he's been all over these offensive linemen. He's trying to get them signed up because they know the power of controlling the line of scrimmage. And that's what's most important to what we got going on right now at the Crimson Tide. This man played in the Trinity League out there in California. He had 47 pancake blocks. He like pancakes. I like pancakes too if it don't run my sugar up too high every once in a while. But I ain't got no pancake blocks. Unless you think about that time, it was a club called the Atmosphere. Anyway, not that many penalties. He's run graded at 91% and 90% on his pass grade. He's seen as a prototypical type of offensive lineman. They are comparing him, although he looks like Anthony Munoz in the face. They're comparing him to the great Cam Robinson. Now, I can take that. I would take that. They said just like Robinson, he's projected to be a future NFL SEC caliber tackle. And everybody got something they got to work on to go to college. I had to work on trying to make some money, like trying to convince people you should hire this. Now, you know how hard that was? They say his lower body strength could be enhanced for a short yardage push. I think we got a weight room. Say he plays too upright at times. Yeah, you hit him in the cankles with a broomstick. We work on all that. We get him down. And say he's still trying to learn how to be consistent as drive blocking in the red zone, doing the run fits. When the baby having a fit. No, it's something different. It's football terminology. But don't worry. I think Coach Cap, I think Ryan Grubb, I think Caleb DeBoer, they can whip him into shape. But look what he does do well. They say he has elite footwork for a lineman of his size. If I get up and show you my footwork, I will show you what that looks like. But I'm not going to do that right now. They say he has a very strong punch and reset ability. A friend of mine who played on the other side of the state, he showed me what it means to have a very strong punch off the line. Trust me, that's very important, and it's very painful. He's calm under pressure. He rarely overcommits, and he takes pride in protecting his QB's blind side. So we're going to welcome him on in, and it's been a big recruiting weekend. Everybody's talking about what Alabama's doing from the East Coast to the West Coast to the winners to the walls. They've been talking about what Caleb DeBoer has been trying to do to sign them all. I'm talking about he's doing everything. We had 2 big recruiting weekends. I'm going to go through some of these people right now who are on campus. Yeah, we had people that came to campus who they think they're going to play it somewhere else. That's fine. We still got to recruit them. Just to name a few, let's see. We had who was that first guy? It was a quarterback. Jet Tamala. He's I think he's supposed to go sign with Iowa State. But if we can upgrade, we'll take an upgrade. You never know what can happen. He's a 4-star quarterback out of Nebraska. He's going to Iowa State, if I'm not mistaken. And it'll be good to have a deeper pitch on the Crimson Tide. 6'3", 200. He can throw that thing. He's a top 30 nationally ranked quarterback. I mean, it's only with so many times you can have 2 5-stars sitting there on the team, and Ty Simpson and Keelan Russell. Austin Mack is a 4-star. I don't know how we keep him all, so you got to keep going after him. This man had 3,000 yards in the 2024 season, 34 TDs, 6 interceptions. We allow that. 63% completion percentage. And he had 7 rushing touchdowns. That's just one of the guys that they brought another quarterback on campus. Now, I don't know if they were on the campus this past weekend or the weekend before this last weekend, but we're just going to go through the big 4-stars that everybody's talking about. Matt Ponatowski. Matt Ponatowski came over from Cincinnati, Ohio, Archbishop Mueller High School. But, Matt's 4-star as well. I don't know who he's committed to, but we figure we'd bring him over and let him kick the tires on the old capstone and see if he want to play for us, see if he want to battle for championships, SEC championships. However we're going to decide it was going to be a championship game still, I don't know. Or if he just want to go and get in the gauntlet, we're going to win these 10 games. We're going to get in the playoffs. We're going to bust somebody's head open in the first round. And I would say we make it to get to the second round. But we're going to get in first, and we're going to figure it out 2 weeks after that. But they say this guy is poised. He's technically refined on the field general. He thrives in a structured spread, pro-style scheme. I like the sound of that. Who does he remind us of that we have been around in our Crimson Tide days? Let's see. I wrote it down here somewhere. They say he reminds you of early in his career. They remind you of a Mac Jones. I'll take that. Mac Jones did pretty good things. I think he tossed somebody to a Heisman or something like that, or something. I don't know. I think a Matt Jones wannabe. They say he's most associated with Notre Dame, Penn State, Michigan State, Wisconsin, or Cincinnati. But let's be honest, folks. If you had to take a shot outside of Notre Dame, the rest of this list, come on, man. Penn State, you don't want to go Penn State, kid. Come on and holler at us. Come on, take a red shirt. Come on, sit on the bench for a little while. He has not listed Alabama publicly. They say he does lack the elite arm velocity for deep outs. That's not good because Michael Penix had a strong arm for an out. Tell you that much. He's mechanically tight and kind of rigid. Don't like that. Sometimes he's too conservative and avoids risk. Kind of sounds like Milroe. He didn't want to throw it to interception. It's almost like he owed it to them. But he said he got a smooth delivery, high completion percentage. That's why, he don't throw into everything. He's calm under pressure. Need to be calm under pressure. Because some people at over there on the plains and people Tennessee, they kind of ruckus. But it's just people we talking to. Got to keep recruiting. There's a lot of buzz in college football about what Kalen DeBoer is doing. It kind of feels to me when I look at Locked On that school, Locked On this school, or the pages that are dedicated toward other schools. I'm gonna just be honest with you. These other programs, except for not people I meet with, not people that meet from the other side of the state, these other programs seem worried about what Kalen DeBoer is doing out there. Although we've only signed 6 people are getting worried about what the Crimson Tide is doing and what Coach Kalen DeBoer is doing in these streets. They want him stopped. He also talked to Ken Darby. Ken Darby is lined up to go to, I think, LSU. He's from Louisiana. Airline High School. I don't know where exactly that is, but it's in Louisiana somewhere. 6'1", 185 wide receivers. They had so many wide receivers on board. I was like, who leaving? I mean, is a portal opening before the season? But I forgot these guys are for 2026. So we out there just shopping for groceries. This guy's a big time receiver, big time talent, top 300 overall. Everybody wants him. I think he's committed or verbalized that he wants to go to LSU, but things change. We've taken things from LSU. We've taken let's see. I think we had a safety we got from down there one time. I think we got a defensive lineman from out of Louisiana one time. That was a pretty big play. And we took their pride last year. So they're used to losing to us. This man had 11 receiving yards. 1,111 yards, receiving 67 receptions, 14 touchdowns. Folks, he averaged 16 yards per catch. I mean, if you could throw it to him every other play, it's first down. First down. He also was real productive on his sweeps and everything. They say he's a high IQ dude, physical outside receiver. I like that. He can shift to the inside. He thrives on strong route running. That's good for a young guy to have that strong route running because you can be loose with it and just be a beast and just moss everybody. But if you got both of them put together, route running goes a long way. A long way. So say he got good bursts after the catch, and he wins more with technique than raw speed. And that's good. I heard the playmaker was saying something today at the Miami practices, I guess sometime this year. It looked like it was this year. He said it was faster than me, but I outringed him. And that's all that matters. Technique. He pushed off with his elbow, but he was the playmaker. Throw it up there. He went and got it. Got to give a man respect for that. They say this guy has the elite catch radius and body control in the air. And I saw some of his film, and if he verbally commits, I vow to make a film or video and drop it to show you all the great things. If you don't feel like looking up yourself, they say he rarely drops passes. Now, when they say that about you as a receiver, that's like the highest compliment. The highest compliment. It's a red zone weapon. Even at 6'1", he's a red zone weapon. They say he's not a burner, but people get faster because a lot of times in high school, who's working on speed unless you're on the track team? They said, let's see, where is he? He said he needs refinement in his option routes and his timing plays. And they say Darby is listed Alabama as one of his top 5 schools. But I think he is expected to go to LSU, but with them coming on campus, we'll keep our hopes up high. Let's see who they say he reminds the people the people at Alabama of. Do I have that? He may be the only person that didn't. Oh yeah, Kevin Norwood. That was a receiver back in the day that he's most reminds Alabama fans of is Kevin Norwood. He has a similar size combination and clutch playmaking. He may not separate with speed, but he's always open due to intelligence and technique, and he's trustworthy. Quarterbacks like people who they can trust not to get a ball away like, oh, man, they go after it and go get it. That's what you got to do sometimes. Another receiver from DeSoto High School, Ethan Feaster. They call him Booby. I heard the guys at Cover Crimson said, we need a guy like, we ain't had a Booby on our team. Booby usually plays somewhere between New Orleans and West Texas. We don't have a Booby. We need a Booby out here. Booby is a 4-star receiver, 6'1", 185. Matter of fact, he's a 5-star composite. Wow. I don't know where he is as far as his interest. He averages 18.9 yards per catch. Wow. And, he's a sophomore. I guess he's probably lined up to be an early qualifier, take the extra classes, get on up out of there, come on up here, play some ball, and get paid. Take care of mama and daddy. 72 receptions, 1,360 receiving yards with 18 touchdowns. That's a lot. Played in 14 games and helped them to win the state title. He's an elite, polished wideout who plays with the advanced feel for spacing and tempo. That's all the big keywords that it's going to take to get that man a maximum NIL deal. Another elite route runner, explosive off the line, difficult to jam. Difficult to jam. Natural hands catcher, rarely body catches anything. He got that excellent yak ability. For those that don't know, yak is yards after catch with vision and burst. So that's a little of that Emmitt Smith. People always give Emmitt Smith a bad rap. Very cynical. They always just disrespect Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith has probably the greatest vision as a running back has ever had in the NFL. That's kind of why he got the yards and the offensive line. Now, I do understand if Barry was there with a fullback. I understand it, but don't be hating on Emmitt Smith. Leave my frat brother alone. Anyway, plays with swagger and control, thrives in big moments. He'll fit right, real nice next to Ryan Williams, who's 18 now. He got to work on his blocking. Can't play at the University of Alabama, can't block kid. Got to work on it. Put him on the sled. That's right. Put him on the sled. He said he can get too finesse at times versus press conference. You ain't got the time to be. People be there. I saw Ryan Williams do that last year. I think it was the Oklahoma game, and he got locked up turnover. You ain't got time. You got to go, man. You may give him some of that, but you can't just be. It's Saint Soul Train, brother. Get on down the road. Let's make it happen. He's learning. He's why he was out there in California. Hit that. They'll fix that. That's what freshmen do. Got to use what you got because we need the production from it. So he has listed Alabama in his top 5 schools, along with Texas, LSU, Texas, Oregon, and Georgia. Texas got that money. They got the money. So it's going to be a fight to get that guy to the University of Alabama, but we in this fight. They said Jamarcus Shepard has been heavily involved in his recruitment, and he's one of Feaster's favorites. So that's good amongst all the position coaches. So hopefully maybe that'll pay off for us like down the line when it's time to make a decision. So hopefully we can remain to be a contender, because here's the next thing. They're saying that is that Feaster? Yeah. They're saying that this guy, Feaster, most reminds Alabama scouts and those who've been around. It reminds him of Amari Cooper. Fluid route running, footwork, elite body control. Makes him like a young Cooper. Now, I don't know if y'all seen Cooper play. Don't look at the stuff he's doing here nearing the end of his NFL career, with all his injuries. Don't look at that. They said this man is a technician. Without relying on speed, he's getting open. That's important because these DBs, man, they got these guys of 6'6", 6'1" DBs. You got to be real open to just outrun that because angles and everything. But we'll see. Next up, we got linebacker Braden Rouse was on campus. 4-star. What was he from? Carroll High School, Marietta, Georgia. That's Marietta, Georgia, up there around about Atlanta, north of Atlanta, to the left. Carroll High School is a prominent high school in the state of Georgia. High IQ linebacker. It was so many guys they brought on campus. And I'm just highlighting the 4 and 5 stars where I saw them. But they said this guy can read plays, flowing sideline to sideline, a true hybrid backer, can drop into coverage, scrape downhill, blitz from depth. Natural fit for a 4.25. Y'all know anybody running the 4.25? He plays with violent urgency against the run. I like that. I like that description. Whoever wrote that, salute to you, sir. I like that alliteration. And he stays with tight ends and backs because, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but a lot of people in college, especially in the SEC, they don't cover tight ends that well. Don't tell nobody. You don't cover tight ends too well. Just don't do it. They don't do it. 117 tackles. Let's see, 16 for loss, 6.5 sacks, 2 interceptions, 3 forced fumbles, 4 pass breakups, 9 QB hurries, and a partridge in a pear tree while playing football. Anyway, he recognizes run pass quickly. Like I said, sideline to sideline thing. He finishes with authority, rarely misses tackles. Thank goodness, because some people put their head down, and their eyes closed and hope for the best. He's vocal on the field, and they say he need to work on his frame. He need to add some beef to his body. He need to work on his pass rush skills and this type of thing. And I see who we got here coming up here. That's what up to you, Huggy? Thank you for joining in, man. Shout out to you. Just breaking down over here celebrating. The Tide just signed another monster, a Crimson Crusher. Yeah, coming for your boys there, Huggy. Stay tuned. But he's done. He finishes with authority though, and they say he does occasionally over pursue, but he's able to get speed to run the play down. So Georgia's in his top 5, Tennessee, Florida State, Alabama, and people on the other side of the state told him to come over there and he can get a free prime rib dinner. I'll go too. If they give him prime rib out, kid, go get it. Take that prime rib, eat it up, then come on over here and play ball for the University of Alabama. Christian Harris is another that was on campus. He's a twitchy, aggressive linebacker who plays to his natural instincts and explosiveness. Oh man, that's the Christian Harris is who my man here most reminds them of. Christian Harris played at Alabama. I think he went on to play he's in the Texans right now. So that's who Braden Rouse reminds everyone of, Christian Harris, who was a very good linebacker for the University of Alabama 2019, 2021. Both are strong in the pursuit. They cover space well, though Rouse enters college more polished in coverage than Harris did as a freshman. So he got a step ahead of the game. I want to just take a break in the action. I just want to just address a rumor right now. The rumor talks about, I found this, I was just perusing, I was looking at all these recruits, celebrating all the successes that Alabama's going to have in recruiting this year as we creep up the pole little bit by little bit with our 6 little people. The Bama Hammer reported a story that said wild tampering claims connects Alabama to the starting QB from the 2024 CFP team. Now, they talking about one Kevin Jennings. Now, I don't know. I'm a man of a certain age. When you put something out there, you need to be able to back it up. So tampering is happening. It's not necessarily happening by the school. It's happening by these quasi-agents. People like Tight Sports Portal Management. They may call up a kid and be like, hey, kid, I see what you're doing over there at Kentucky State. You ever thought about playing at Western Kentucky? Okay, I think I may have a spot for you. I don't know. I don't know about that Western Kentucky. But that kid goes back and tells his coach, next thing you know, Western Kentucky is tampering. And I don't even know nobody at Western Kentucky. So this guy is coming in here. His name is Billy Embody, who covers Ole Miss and SMU for On3. he levied a significant rumor against Alabama, claiming, not necessarily reporting now, because this is what he released on X. He just bust out. He reported that Kalen DeBoer's program, now look how vague that is, Kalen DeBoer's program attempted to lure SMU QB Kevin Jennings to Tuscaloosa this offseason. Here's what I got to say about that, man. Prove it. Prove it. They probably still mad about Keelan Russell. See, when Keelan Russell had verbally committed to SMU, it was all good and gravy. But when we came out there and hit him with the reins, hit him with the reins, they said we had to go, man. Let me see. Huggy had something to say here. Huggy said, Kevin DeBoer ain't gonna know what to do with him. Okay. Hey, keep praying. The Bama Hammer. Yeah. Let's just say the Bama Hammer, it's an online magazine. Most days. And what's the last one? All right, Huggy, man. Let's see. Huggy gotta go be there for the. All right, man. Yeah. We'll be here when you get back. We're gonna hide. Y'all, everybody hide. No, the post was on the On3's graphic of notable quarterbacks heading to the Manning Passing Academy. Ty Simpson was on there and not Jennings. He's a third-team All-ACC quarterback who led the Mustangs to the college football playoffs. And y'all know he just didn't have a good debut there in one of them games. But he did a heck of a job for a guy that was so young. 32, 45, and 25 touchdowns, 23 touchdowns, another 5 scores on the ground. But, you know, the playoffs, it ended as a catastrophe for them. But, hey, they're going to get better. But this man just coming up here, I'm going to call his name again, Billy Embody, just come up, man, we trying to steal folks' players. I mean, prove it. Can you just throw accusations out there like that? Can we have somebody at the University of Alabama athletic director take this man to task, take him to court? This is crazy. He just throws this out there. He's trying to steal our quarterback after the playoffs. That means between February and the reporting of this doggone, the posting of this X thing. Can you just say what you want to say about people on X? Please let me know. I told y'all it's crazy. My therapist told me don't go out there. I shouldn't do it, but I do it anyway. But let me calm down. I just don't think that it happened that way. It is quite possible that somebody who knew how to get him on X or knew how to get Jennings people on Instagram reached out and said, hey, would you be interested in going to, the University of Alabama take over from Milroe? Nobody, this is the same, it reminds me of the Albert Means thing. It really does remind me of the Albert Means thing. How things can happen in Memphis, Tennessee and affect things in Tuscaloosa is really weird to me. Always has been. It's me is in the house. Those AU fans worried about the 5 Peak acting like they ain't scared. They scared. They're scared. Back to it. Another person that visited us, Bryson Cooley, offensive tackle from Law, Mississippi, West Jones High School, 6'6", 295. Woo! That's a big baby. 4-star. Oh man, he got offers from Alabama, Georgia, the people that wear orange and blue in Alabama, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, LSU, Florida. God, his top schools. Alabama's in the top 5, so we're gonna keep banging. What part of anybody know if Lower Mississippi is in West Mississippi or East Mississippi? Hopefully it's in East Mississippi, kind of close to Tuscaloosa. If it's down at LSU, maybe forget about it. Too close to mama. Too close to mama. You can go back home and see mama at any time. They said this man got 71 pancake blocks. He allowed, how many sacks did he allow? 0. He allowed 3 QB hurries. He only had 2 penalties on the whole season. His team's rushing yards per game was 182.6, mostly to his side of the line. I like that. That clarifies things. Like, oh, we're just running. No. They was running by my man here, Bryson. They say he's a mauling type of right tackle with the elite drive blocking. We need nasty finishing attitude. I love it. Bring him over here and let him play guard first year if we got space. We building up a line, man. We are building up a line. This man is bringing these offensive linemen. I mean, he is going through them. He was there early spring on the University of Alabama. Coach Chris Kapovic went out. Kapilovic, went out to check him out, and they got a strong relationship with him. So let's hope for the best. They are comparing this man to Evan Neal, y'all. Evan Neal, huh? Early in his career at Alabama, powerful base, role grading ability in the run game, and could play right tackle or guard. Man, he's not quite as nimble yet, but the physicality and frame match well. And you got to be physical out there. You got to be nasty. You got to be nasty. And another offensive tackle they brought in from Windsor High School in Imperial, Missouri, Deacon Schmidt, 6'6", 285, 4-star. Golly. Top 20, 30, depending on where you look as far as offensive tackles are concerned. I know they're looking at him hard. Let's see, out there, Missouri, Wisconsin gave him an offer. Tennessee, you don't want to go to Tennessee, kid. You look bad in orange. Florida State, for what? So you can get smacked around. Kentucky, Oklahoma. Oklahoma may be tough to beat. But we can work something out. But Alabama does appear to be his top 5 based on recent interviews, and we'll be glad and blessed to have. So he played 12 games, got 42 pancake blocks. I don't know who's out there counting these pancakes. Is this your little brother? 1, that's 2. Or your little sister? No sacks. He had 3 penalties. He had an 89% run grade, a pass block grade of 91%. Yes, please sign me up. Sign me up for some Deacon Schmidt. We got people, man. They got, the boy has been causing a ruckus out there. Like I thought you going to see the guy that just verbalized such and such. Yeah. We're gonna put it out there and say what we're gonna do. We're gonna tell them what we're gonna do with them. When they're gonna play. Kid, you're gonna start as a sophomore. Just tell them we're gonna tell them. We're going to the top. You want to ride? Because you go to the other place, they ain't going nowhere. They may have some peaks, but they're going to stay in the valley too long. They say this man's kick slide is technically sound, and he flashes good posture and core strength in mirroring edge rushes. How old is this boy again? Is he 22, 25? Or is he 16? That is crazy for somebody to be able to say this about him. They also saying one of his strengths, the first strength they have for him is he has violent hands. I'll let you figure out what that is. He want to keep them on the football field. Nowhere else. Violent hands don't work. Sometimes you may have to use some violent hands down at the Home Depot, but that's another subject altogether. But they say he's an anchor against bull rushes. He plants well. He don't give ground, and he got a mean streak. Enough said. Sign me up. Sign him up. Sign him up. We're in the top 5. Let's sign him up. They say he reminds people of J.C. Latham. I think Latham got out of here and went to Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. But he's a powerful right tackle with a wrestling base, raw athleticism, and a potential to be a plug-and-play run game dominator. I love it, y'all. There's so many people, man. This is a big one. I know they're really high on this guy. We kind of building this. We're building a pipeline out to Las Vegas to Bishop Gorman High School. They got a safety, Jet Washington. If I'm not mistaken, Jet is the nephew or he's related to Kobe Bryant some kind of way. If I'm not mistaken, don't hold that against me. But he's a safety, but he can play nickel. He's 6 foot, 185 pounds. What do you want? What did you get? We got 7 forced fumbles. No, one touchdown, forced fumble, 7 pass breakups, 8 tackles for loss for a safety. That's what we need. We really need that. He's a top 15, ranked top 15 as a safety nationally. Golly. He's a fast twitch guy. I think this is Kobe Bryant's. I want to say, did Kobe have a sister? Maybe his nephew. Anyway, He plays safety, nickel. You know, we got all kinds of stuff going. That 4-2-5, that 5, that's all kind of people back in that 5. So he says this guy got great versatility. He has tackling. He has football IQ. Is quick to deny no screens, jet sweeps, and all that stuff to be running over there at Oklahoma and Arkansas. And these people be trying to trick us, always trying to get me with the trickeration. And he's vocal. He was a vocal captain on a loaded Bishop Gorman defense. So he's already used to playing with people that have skills. He's they say, you know, he did work on his straight line speed, his good instincts, but he needs to continue to develop to get to the pass breakup quality of that we need to go to the NFL and turn those pass breakups into interceptions. Some people, I kind of thought that way about Revis. If you remember, like, you know, you're on Revis Island, I thought that guy, Darrelle Revis, had a lot of interceptions, but that wasn't his primary thing. It was just like, you're not getting the ball. I mean, they got enough because they play a lot of years. Like everybody, you know, Dion and Darryl Green, Rod Wilson getting the interception, getting the picks. But some people you just can't throw the ball to the person that they're covering, and that means the most. He has good instincts, but he's still developing. His frame, he need to add some muscle. They all do. You know, he's sitting at home eating hot Cheetos and all that kind of stuff. So let's see. Alabama was in the top 5, but we are battling against Oregon, Georgia, USC. Come on, man. Let's go and scratch that out. You don't want to go there. Say UNLV. At least it's home. USC, it's waste time. Oregon, I see that. And Texas, I got that. You know, he came there in March, but apparently I guess he came back. And he most reminds everyone of Malachi Moore. I'll take another Malachi Moore, even with the smush in the face penalty. I like what Malachi Moore provided for. Was it 4 years at the University of Alabama? Yep. Give me that. You know, and he said he has a similar game to Moore's as far as, you know, his he's versatile, smart, able to handle both coverage and run responsibility without being what? A liability. Right. So and this is a big one. I know Coach Kapolovic has been all over this guy, offensive lineman. I cannot pronounce this, but he's from Kapalama, Honolulu, Hawaii. The school is called a Kimikama. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's in Hawaii, y'all. He came to campus, man, from Hawaii. Guess who was on campus? The Tagovailoa family. They were there to greet this man. Huh? Gave that man a lay. You know what I'm saying? Aloha. You know what I'm saying? They say he like Alabama. He likes Kapolovic. He's nationally ranked. Man, this guy's 6'5", 300 pounds. They got him as a 4-star. That's the joke. This man is higher than that. Got to get him. We got to get him. Of course, he's number 1 in the class of Hawaii. But he's a big guy. He's a big guy. We need him. 54 pancake blocks. He allowed 1 sack. And that probably was because he probably tripped on some bad field somewhere. He graded out 89% in the run blocking and 86% in the pass blocking. You know, they throw the ball a lot in those Hawaii schools because you thank Jalen Jones for that. They slang it over there. They don't play around. They say he's a physical, technically advanced lineman with long arms and excellent footwork. Stop right there. Hawaiian trench toughness with polished hand placement and a balanced base. What are we missing? I just want to go to the negatives. Let me just go to the negatives. I think we can fix them all. He needs to improve his second level mobility against twitchy linebackers like you find over there at Auburn. You're twitching. They're little small, twitchy types. Twitching. And then you can say, they say he needs to prove he can lunge in space at times when over aggressive. We work on that. But we got the defensive people to make him work on that. So when he practices against the best, he get better. Arm extension and anchoring knee work versus elite pass rushers. We'll work on that. They say this man most reminds Alabama folks of Jonah Williams. Yeah, plays for Cincinnati Bengals. He has mental sharpness, solid agility, and he's a plug-and-play interior offensive lineman or tackle in the SEC. Let's go. Rack them, sign them up. There are a lot of players out there, folks. It's been a great last 2 weekends for the Crimson Tide. The next guy from St. Louis, Missouri. What is this? DeSmet Jesuit High School, or probably Catholic school or academy. Titan Davis. I just like Davis. Sign him up. Sign him up. This will make DC feel a lot better. He's a defensive end, defensive tackle, listed at 6'4", 6'5", 2'6". Are you happy, DC? This man just want Alabama to have so many doggone defensive people, just totally disrespecting the people that's already on the team. I'm like, man, let it go. We got enough people on the team. We know what we're doing over here. Try to get past 7 games. Just try that before you come talk about what's going on over here. He's a 4-star. He's rated as the number 9 defensive lineman, depending on who you ask, is on 3. And the man he's a 4-star, and he's like a lot of these kids that got one more year to play, so some of them are going to turn into 5 stars. And you got to recruit them. Number 2 in Michigan, number 8 in his position, 82nd grade by ESPN Scout. I mean, come on. The man is how many sacks? Just tell me how many sacks he got. I don't even care about tackles for loss. 18 tackles for loss. Ugh. Who don't have 18 tackles for loss? 9 sacks. What about 12 games? Oh my goodness, that's a lot. Hey, wait a minute. I was just joking. That's a lot. That's like one time you putting somebody in something alone. Every game by yourself. Let's see. 12-2, 13-2, depending on how you look at their record. They did win the Missouri Class 6 state championship. That's all right there. He's an active disruptor. We like that on the field. Don't be going down to Walmart with that foolishness. We like that. Excellent at shooting the gaps. Can't shoot too many gaps in the SEC. I keep saying NFL once it's run off my tongue. In the SEC, some people are better at it than others. Nick Farley, one of the best probably ever did it. Shoot a gap before you find out. You forget what the play was. He's gone. Played it all. Caused problems that whole year. Him and Cam. He's a high energy, aggressive pursuit guy, consistently involved in plays. I hope he's not a pile-on guy. I don't like pile-on guys. I like guys that bring the pile down, create the pile, be at the bottom of the pile. He combines size, speed, and agility. He's capable of playing defensive end or defensive tackle. If we get this guy, will you be happy, DC? Will you be happy for the University of Alabama? I know you won't say Roll Tide, but will you be happy? Let's get to the problems where he needs to develop. He needs to refine his technique, hand usage, pass rush, counter moves. Got to have 4 or 5 moves out there. If you can get the 10 and remember them all and use them every game, you'll be a star. He needs to sustain dominance across all downs, strong flashes, but he got to maintain that motor. I'll tell you right now, I don't know if he'll ever hear this, but if he don't have a high motor through every snap, this is what this thing he needs to work on. He definitely needs to show that. But this is not a guy I think Nick Saban would have that high, because he always said he always looked at how people finish plays. Whether you starting plays, finishing plays, or finishing the finish of a play, he said he was watching all that. He liked consistency and effort throughout when he saw your film. Let's see. So you need to add some strength. They probably all do, especially dealing with stronger offensive linemen. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Let's see. He has definitely named Alabama as one of his top 2 final schools. Yes. It's down to the University of Alabama and the Michigan Wolverines. Ooh. I ain't gonna lie. They may put their money in his pocket, y'all. But if he want to win, he need to come on down. He need to come on down. Let's see. He's one of the few people, I think they didn't say he reminded him of anybody that has played at the University of Alabama. But there was so many players. It's been a great 2 weeks of trying to of getting the young guys on to come in. And I know you got pictures all over of X where they were met with a player, they were hosted last 2 weekends. It's been real. Kalen DeBoer and his staff, they have shaken up college football this past 9 days with what they've done recruiting wise. It's been really positive. Everybody is expecting Alabama to dominate recruiting, end up being a top 5 team under Coach DeBoer. Like many people said he would. He did it last year. He's going to do it again. But I think they're looking at the quality of the class. So like, this man is really getting what he wants to have. And that's all I got for right now. I'll throw some more out there later as they come in. But I want to thank you for joining us. Remember to join us, me and DC, on Wednesday at 6 p.m. for Iron Bowl debate, where we may debate anything. Like, how important are trees to football? Alabama, not so much. Auburn, they need to seek therapy. And remember, please add a pound of pressure to that subscribe button. Hit that like button right in the eye. Please subscribe so you know when I'm dropping a video or when I go live. I may be going to meet with people virtually, and you may want to hear our conversations. We have awesome conversations. Tell your friends they can find me on Tight Sports at YouTube, Facebook primarily, and sometimes I'm out there at Tight Sports Talk on the Badlands of Twitter, aka X. Man, it's ugly out there, y'all. Don't let your kids go out there. Please don't. Shout out to the Sharpshooters Podcast. Roll Tide to you, wherever you may be. Peace to the brothers at Auburn Addicts Water Cooler Podcast, Bubba and the old man. It's SEC season with my man Tez. They are a fine group of Auburn Americans. With that, we will see you right here, same place, same time, right here on Tight Sports. 7:30 every Monday around the herd, unless there's a big fat holiday that we all got to be celebrating. I'll see you then. Thank you for joining me. And always remember, roll, tide, roll.